What's going on, y'all? Greg said it. We back by inspiration and motivation. Second of the day. Once again, we had a wonderful live, very active, very engaging. You can tell it's heating up. The season is coming close. We had some new people come in, and we just had a good time talking this today about Colorado and how people don't see Colorado coming. And man, we almost went twice as long as I know I'm alive. I mean, I was trying to stop, but the conversation was so good, and man, we really had a good time. So make sure y'all like, share, subscribe so y'all can be a part of it, because I got a feeling it's gonna be a very entertaining season. Hopefully I get to go to some games. Hopefully I can be live. Hopefully I'll be able to stand on them sidelines. Wouldn't that be something? You just don't know. I seen some guys last year say, wow, I would love to go out there and see what's going on, make it real. So I guess I'll make that a goal. Colorado has been on the move. A lot of people are overlooking what Colorado is doing because they kind of stuck on last year. And I understand some people can't handle, depending on their life journey, they can't handle people letting them down. So a lot of people doubt Colorado or say, Colorado got to prove to me this time. I got on there and got embarrassed. And I say it wasn't fully Colorado's fault. They did some dumb mess, but it wasn't fully their fault that they went 4-8. They could have won a few more games, even what they were. I don't say that 100 times, and I keep saying it. But I expect a lot out of Colorado. I expect a lot out of the new players, the old players, the coaching staff. Because one thing I see, it's a new attitude. It's a new sheriff in town, and it's right here between these two things right here. The mindset has shifted in Colorado. Only people who know. Only people who follow Colorado really can see that difference. These guys, from the coaches down, not from the players up, the coaches are leading the way, and that's a positive thing. The coaches are showing what it's like to be competitive, healthily competitive. Not toxic, not causing division, but like really pushing each other in a healthy way. And they pushing each other, and they're like, yeah, okay, yeah, because they mature and they got experience. And I think that's a very good thing for these young guys to know how to compete, and compete in a way that's not going to be destructive to your team. Because I kind of feel like that happened last year. It's like the new guys and the old guys, the Louis and the non-Louis, and they clash. And it's like, hey, y'all got to be teammates at the end of the day. The people y'all playing against is out there. Y'all not playing each other. And if you start to thinking your enemies in camp, man, that team component, I don't care if you get set. I don't care if you get hurt. I don't care about you. I'm competing with you. You're not competing with your teammates. You're competing with the other people. And that's a whole nother inspiration, motivation by itself. I need to take note on that. But I think the reality is the mindset has clearly shifted. And you can see it in the tone. You can see it in the posture. The energy is just there. And that's going to create a whole nother dynamic that really is going to help this team. And I think it has a lot to do with some ultra successful people like Warren Sapp. I don't think it's no mistake. You bring somebody like that in, he is not coming to lose. And he is successful, and he know what it takes to be successful. And you add that to Coach Prime and a lot of the other guys that was former teammates, these guys have played at the highest level and they've been successful. But you look at somebody like Sapp, he not only made it to the highest level, he excelled at the highest level. He knows exactly what it takes, what kind of work ethic it takes, what kind of mindset it takes, and he brings specific skills to the position that we need the most. We need them guys to get after that quarterback. We need people to put fear in the quarterback's heart. And the way I see it, we got a loaded secondary of a lot of guys who are hungry. And they may have been, challenged last year, some maybe even out of position. But I got a very good feeling that Robert Livingston, the way he's talking and what he's showing, he's going to use everybody. He's going to put everybody in their best position. Like he said, even if you just go in for a specific purpose or a specific package, I'm going to use you to your strength. Maybe you may be my red zone guy. Maybe you my third and long guy or whatever. Goal line, whatever. Use these guys. Don't have people out of position. And I can really see him doing that, and I'm hopeful in that. Because I know we got a lot of guys who can play ball. And everybody can't start, but everybody can contribute. And we're not just talking about special teams. We're not saying, well, you don't start, you only on special teams. No, you can be a role player. You have a role. You have a role when we get up ahead to put the game away. You have a role to come in and blitz. You have a role to come in and play man-to-man. Are you good on covering the man in the slot on short possessions? Come up and help with the run defense. We got guys like that. Like I talked about, we got the Travis Jays who were hurt last year, who can be physical and nice size and athletic and aggressive. They can come in this year. We got a lot of guys coming. We got Stockmark coming that slot this year. They moved him on the inside. We got Cooper that can come in. And we know they can come on outside, but they can really come in on the inside and help. And they will come up and hit. And they good blitzers. We saw Cooper the one knock Williams off his rocker in that game in the USC. We don't put Cooper in that slot and let him come off there and blitz. We got a lot of tools. And, man, I can call them out like that because I've been watching this team. And that's a benefit that I have. That's an advantage that I have. And I see the difference because I've been following these guys. I see the difference. And I played the game. And the energy is there. And you can get confused when you see them kind of getting on each other, getting on themselves, but they just want to be great. They don't want to make mistakes. They feel bad or they feel upset when they make mistakes. That's good because they got a few more months to work on the mistakes. And when you got somebody like Sapp who's going to come in and correct them and give them the adjustments to make, and then we got offensive line coach Holt, who's coming in to help with the offensive line and tell them what they're doing wrong. It's not about doing nothing wrong in practice. It's about knowing what you do wrong so you have time to work on it. And that's what they got. So I like that they're hard on the guys. And the guys are hard on themselves because they're not complacent. And that's a mindset. Not just to be disciplined, but to want to be the best you can be. Do not settle. Not settling just to win, but to dominate. Not settling just to get in the game, but to do well. And if they all come in with that perspective, I'm telling y'all, they're going to be hard to beat. I'm not the outsider, and I'm not a super duper insider, but I'm telling you, from my understanding of the game and from this team, they're going to be hard to beat. Y'all can come back months later and play these videos. I'm telling you, Shador is serious out there. He is serious. He don't do a lot of talking, but he's serious. He carry that football everywhere he go. And no matter how fancy his car is, that football going everywhere he go. No matter how many trips he go on, football's going where he go. And his quarterback coach. So y'all got to pay attention to the signs. There has been a shift in Colorado. And I think with us, we also got to make that shift. I know personally in my life, I'm making that shift. It's levels on levels. And my biggest thing is the more I can be in the right mindset and focus on what I'm doing and working towards what I'm doing, the better. I have little time to complain. I got little time to focus on nonsense and stuff that's not going to be productive to my life. That's a mindset. I don't have time to be worried about drama. I don't have to worry about other people's drama because I need all my energy to help me get to that next level. And the more time I'm focused, the less time I'm unfocused. And the more time I'm focused, the more I can adjust to whatever I need to adjust. I don't have to keep getting on track because I keep getting off track. I got to stay on track. And that requires, discipline, but it requires intentionality. It requires me to intentionally focus on what's best for me and to put the work and the time that I have, because everybody got the same amount of hours. They say, every man got two legs, got to put one leg on at a time. You got to put your pants on one leg at a time. And they got all these sayings. But we all got the same 24 hours. Now, some of us got assistants and some have other things. But the less distractions you have, the better off you are. The less time you using towards things that's not effective, it's just not a good thing. It's not a good thing to waste your time. So you got to be disciplined and you got to work hard. That's what these boys doing out there. And you can make the mistakes because you're intentional about correcting them. But you can't make them mistakes and let time get in between you, bad thinking get in between you. It's okay to make the mistakes because you're working. And that's what I get out of football, man. I see why people love sports. But football is that because every sport is that way. but it's just even more likely. You got to work through pain, fatigue, failure, outside the game issues. You got to work through all of that and still be consistent. And that's a skill and a discipline in itself. And I think that really prepares us and is a representation of life, because life is the same way. You got outside issues from other people around you, family, friends, spouse, whatever, who you're dating. You got all of that, kids going on. And then you got, when you go to work or whatever business you're in, you got to deal with whatever surrounding that. Whoever you serving and whoever is managing you or whatever, you got to deal with their issues and how that come down on you and your client or whatever you working with, the end customer. You got to always be considerate of them. And all these different things going on, you got to balance. And so they say mental health and balance yours at the same time. So the worst thing you can have is to have to deal with everybody else's issues and you be unstable. And you can't, need to have to take a nap every 5 seconds or go and get high as a kite because you mentally can't take it. The stronger you are mentally, the better suit you better deal with life challenges and be successful. I said a mouthful right there. But who am I? I'm just Greg. Greg said it. Thanks for coming through. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. You want to see more content, especially surrounding Colorado, Buffalo, and life. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good one.